way, and you think you would like to look at that later.
I'm sorry. I want to make sure that I'm recording. And you were saying?
I say, in my life, I have kept a lot of things that I enjoyed receiving from other people. And among these were untold number of letters that I have kept, and truthfully, what can I do with them? But on the other hand, the people who write me shared things with me, beliefs they had, or things they found a pleasure to have or to think. And as I pick up this now, I'm finally remembering the original copy of this I sent back to the wife of the man who wrote it.
So you were saying?
Well, among all the correspondences that I carried on, probably I would have to say the one I enjoyed the most and learned more from was one I carried on with a distant cousin in Berlin, Germany. His name was Hans-Jürgen Wilde. My maiden name is Agnes Wilde. And this man was a first cousin to my father, Ernest Wilde. My father's father immigrated in 1882 and found our grandmother here in Austin. And this young man has enough resemblance to my father and brothers to show the connection in the family. He is the son of my grandfather's brother, who is the youngest child in the family. My grandfather was the oldest. It's my understanding, I was told that the younger brother, Albert Wilde, and incidentally my brother is named for him, so my younger brother is Albert Wilde. Unfortunately, he's not here today. I'm the last of the family in my generation on my mother's side of the family. I do have two cousins on my father's side who are the remaining daughters of Paul Wilde, who is my father's brother. Paul was the older and died much younger than my father. He was, I think, 52. Not 52, I think 54. We have to correct that.
It's okay. What do you have in your hands there?
What I have here is the contact with this Hans-Jürgen was made after World War II, when every German, as far as I can tell from what I have heard, every German was in a bad situation as far as material things went. And so we had letters from them. I think we all, my father and his mother had addresses, but nevertheless, contact was made and kept going until now. I was delighted to get the first letter I ever received, and I had studied German enough that I could easily write answers in German to those letters that I received. And it was nice that he wrote some of the letters in English. He even typed some of them, which was difficult for him because they were scarce. You know, everything was difficult for them as far as materials they had, what they were doing, and what they were able to do. He was just ready to start his higher education when, at age 18, when he was called into the Army. Whatever part of the service, I'm not sure, in Germany, but nevertheless he was in the service of his country as they went into Poland. Then when that was over, he was trying again to get a start on his education. Didn't know right away, as most young people don't, I guess, what he wanted to pursue. He said he would have liked being an actor, and I saw that he would have been a good one too. When I finally, many years later, met him face to face, I was entertained by him, and he had a beautiful library, all kinds of books, and he said his father said he didn't think that was too great a way to earn a living. So he finally became an ear, nose, and throat specialist. So he and his wife were both physicians, and I was deeply saddened when I went there in '82. I had already made arrangements to be over there with two cousins who were extremely interested in family history and had invited me to go with them. The son, it was mother and son pair, Elsie Robinson and Bob Robinson. Bob's mother's maiden name was Swar, Z-W-A-H-R. These people come from the southeast, might call it a corner. It's almost like a corner there. The main town is like Dresden and Bautzen are two of the main cities, out on the same level from a horizontal standpoint. And there, so many of the family was born around Bautzen. My grandmother was one of them. And there were people who came from that particular city who came with a Lutheran minister in, I think, 1850, around that time, and settled here in Texas, an old community called Serban, which is just south of Highway 290, which leads from Austin to Houston. There's a historic church there, quite a